Welcome to City League Sports, the show where we talk about all things Columbus City League. Joining me in the studio today, we have some Eastmoor Lady Warriors volleyball team players. We got Jhadaya Curtis here, Janih'ya Campbell, and of course, we got Coach Sequoia Wright. I'm your host, Dr. Vince Clarino. We're going to chop it up and get into some stories. Coach, I'm going to start with you. Just say hello to everybody here in Central Ohio. Give everybody in Columbus some love.
Hey, good people, especially on the north side. Coach right here.
How you going to say the north side?
I mean, because I'm from the north side. Even though I went to Eastmoor, I reside on the north side of Columbus.
I think Coach means to say everybody in Central Ohio gets some love, but she threw out some especially north siders, so we're going to go with that. Jhadaya, it's on you. Please share everybody some love here.
I want to say, hey, to shout out to Miss St. Clair, my first coach, volleyball coach.
She getting love from the very beginning of the show.
And then just, people that was out in the crowd supporting me and stuff like that. Big show.
Out in the crowd. Yes, indeed, supporting you. Got it. Yes, indeed. Come on, young lady. Give us some love here. Say hello to everybody here.
Hey, everybody.
Who are you? Say who you are. Say who you are.
I'm Janih'ya.
Okay. Janih'ya Campbell, right?
Mm-hmm.
Seniors, are both of you seniors?
Yes.
So have you both been at Eastmoor for 4 years?
Yes.
Okay. So Jhadaya, I'm going to go straight to you because you started off with a shout out to your middle school coach, right? Miss St. No, we're going to give her some love, Miss St. Clair. She truly is one of Columbus's leaders. We got a lot of love for her. Yeah, come on now.
A lot of people know her.
Well, I mean, I just know our leaders in Columbus City Schools. I know our coaches. She's one of our middle school coaches. I know her. She does a phenomenal job at Champion, helps out a lot of young people. But you shared an interesting story, so we're going to start off right with you. You shared an interesting story that your journey into volleyball begins with the student-teacher-faculty game. So tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so it was because my sister, she's a year older than me. And so...
What's your sister's name?
Her name is Janih'ya Curtis.
Okay.
And we played them. And then after they played the teachers, the students had an opportunity to play. So I volunteered to go out there. And then... after that, everybody, we were trying to serve or whatever, but nobody could hit the serve over. I was the only one that could serve, and then also I was overhand serving. So I'm like, oh wow, and everybody was congratulating me, and I'm like, okay, so okay. I like that little.
So how old is that? 11 when you're in the 6th grade?
No, I was 12.
Okay, so 11, 12 years old, 6th grade, you're serving overhand in a teacher-student type of game, and then everybody starts giving you some love. Is that how this journey to volleyball begins?
Yes.
And then before you know it, you just out here playing. Did you play at Champion as well in the 7th and 8th grade? Mm-hmm. So then from there, you just became a volleyball player. Is that how it worked for you?
Yes. And then once I got to high school, I used to like basketball a lot. Maybe that's because I didn't really play volleyball when I was younger and stuff like that. But that started to be my favorite sport, and I enjoyed it.
So now, which one is your favorite sport? We're putting you on the spot. Oh, volleyball is your favorite sport now. Are you still a hooper though? Do you play basketball?
Yeah, but probably for fun or something.
Oh, do you play volleyball for real then?
Oh yeah, I'll be in there.
Oh, okay. So basketball is for fun, but volleyball is for real. Mm-hmm. Got you, Coach. Do you agree with that?
Yes. I would say so. I met Jhadaya before I was actually her coach. I met her back when we did the neighborhood house when I was doing some mentoring stuff, and she was only basketball.
Okay.
So when she came to high school, I'm like, "You doing basketball?" She was like, "No, I'm going to college for volleyball, not basketball, okay. Coach. I'm done with basketball." So she does. They get it. They convince her to play a little bit now, but.
Convince her to play a little bit of basketball? Oh, okay. So you still have played, but volleyball is your love right now.
Yes.
Okay. So, Coach, what type of player is she? I mean, because, hey, let me share this to our radio listeners. I don't know that I've been with a group that has more smiles and energy than they are laughing and smiling. Okay. Before we got started, I wasn't sure where this was going to take us today. So we're going to keep this fun rolling. But Coach, tell me, how are these two young ladies in practice? She says she takes it serious. So obviously we want students and kids to have fun, but at what point do you transition and say, hey, let's buckle down and get competitive? How does that look for you as a coach?
So I'm also a club coach. So I did club last year. That was my first season. But I always encourage our young ladies to go play club. once their interest goes to doing, which is like AAU.
Okay, so club is like AAU basketball.
Yes. So
okay.
once their interest goes there, you pretty much know that the kids are going to be dedicated because that's hundreds, thousands of dollars, a lot of traveling, and so.
So it's costly then. Parents are paying a lot, and then you're giving a lot of time too.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So they both share interests. I believe Janih'ya started a little bit earlier, playing with a different couple of clubs, and then Jhadaya decided to take club on last year. Jhadaya, for me in high school, she played middle, which is you got to be quick. You have to be explosive on the offense side and the defensive side.
Okay. Defense is when you get to throw your hands up like that and try to make blocks.
Say that's called a block. Yep.
That's a block. Put your hands forward, get you a block. Okay. What was that?
He ready to party.
Because when I throw it up, I don't even be like this. I be like, whatever how my hands go.
Got you. Okay. All right. Well, I wasn't sure you was doing some hand motion. I was like, what is the woof? You just said woof. I ain't know what woof.
So that was one of our cheers. It says, what sits on the house? A roof, because your roof goes like that. That's how you block.
Oh, what sits on the house? Oh, that's she was saying roof.
Yeah, roof.
I love it. Okay. All right.
And so she also plays outside. Then Janih'ya, which is another senior, she has played almost every position. No, every front row position. She's played outside. She's played middle. She's played right side. She wanted to set a little, but we ain't let her do that. We didn't let her do that.
I have very good hands.
Okay.
She captain. She was the captain last year. She was the captain this year. But they're just both big leaders, a lot of personality. But when it's time to buckle down, they both know how to buckle down.
Okay, so let's turn over to you, Miss Everything, right? There's a term they say like Army Swiss knife. Have you ever heard that term before? So Army Swiss knife is these little small knives that people would have, and you'd pull out all these different little components. There was like maybe scissors, a nail file, something else, which kind of means you can do everything, right? So it sounds like you're the Army Swiss knives of the team. You could do a little bit of everything?
I can.
Okay. So when does your volleyball journey, Miss Cam, when does it begin for you? Kind of give me the rundown on how you become a volleyball player. You have on a volleyball sweatshirt talking about the showdown, right? So share with me, when does volleyball begin? Share with all the listeners, when does volleyball begin for you?
I started playing in middle school in 7th grade with my coach, Mr. Peace.
Okay. What middle school?
Ames.
Okay.
Yeah, and he had introduced me.
And I know Mr. Peace also. I just wanted you to give Ames some love. Yes, indeed.
He introduced me to Two Girls Volleyball Club. They are no longer. They're now Prophecy.
Okay.
But that's where I started playing. Then COVID happened, so my season got cut. I didn't play that season.
What grade were you all when COVID hit?
8th
Are y'all
grade.
8th graders? COVID? Okay, man. We haven't talked COVID in a long time, and it's interesting to hear that you know what I mean? Like we'll be talking about it for 10, 12 years with young people, right? Because like I don't know that world as a student. I know it as an adult, and you're a little bit more grounded, right? For when COVID hits, we just kind of kept it moving, I think, to some degree. Not to say that adults didn't have challenges, but if you're a kid, it disrupts your entire understanding of things. So you can remember it vividly, 8th grade. Okay, so y'all didn't get to play that year then?
Actually, volleyball season's in the beginning of the year, but COVID happened at the end. So we got to play the school season. I was saying I didn't get to play the club season.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. All right.
But yeah, then freshman year, I came to Eastmoor. It was summertime. It was hot. We was out on the track.
Okay.
Out on the track.
The volleyball team was out on the track?
Yes, summer conditioning.
Oh, beautiful.
We
I
did
love
conditioning
it.
before we ever touched the ball.
I love it. Not to cut you off, but it's that way in most sports. I know people don't like it, but it's a theme that we reiterate all the time. And even I remember when I was in college playing basketball, before you were allowed to come into the gym, you had to make times on the track. So if you ran every day, if you didn't make times.
Shout out to Coach
Yeah,
Peck.
you know what I mean? Like you didn't even get to come into the gym and start doing basketball. So we was out there running every day, and then you didn't make your time. You stayed out on the track.
Yep.
You made your times. You got to go in and start hooping. So that's a very common theme for conditioning and whatnot. But I'm sorry. So you guys were summer 9th grade on the track. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
You're okay. I was very to myself. And one day we were in the bleachers, and I was just sitting away from everybody.
Yourself. That don't even sound like
right. And Sequoia said, "Come down here with everybody. Why you up there by yourself?" And that kind of started my journey on opening up with everybody. But I've been with her since then. I played club for one of our other coaches. She coaches at A2. I played with them. And I played for Prophecy.
Okay. Do you remember that day that she's talking about?
Yes,
Oh,
I
do
do.
you really?
I really do.
Okay, because I was going to share, like, kids have such vivid memories of how things maybe occurred and took place. And here you are going back and remembering something in the 9th grade year. So you can visualize, you can see her up there sitting off to the side.
So I don't allow my players. I build a family program, and I came from Rhonda Peck. So she was my coach, and she just
Coach Peck, yeah.
Yes.
And she was at Eastmoor for maybe 15 years or something?
I would say more.
Longer than that?
Yeah, I believe like 18. She was there for a very, very long time.
Okay.
She was my coach from sophomore year, and there was just some things that she instilled in me that I just kept going. She was like, I'm big on family. Make sure that these girls feel family. Make sure that
and let me pause you for a second, because everyone doesn't know your background, and I think it's important to share. You're an Eastmoor graduate.
Whoop.
Yes, indeed. So you're at your alumni here, right? Your alma mater, and you're an alumnus. You're at the school where you went to school. What does that mean for you? Because I kind of know that road as well, right? So for those listeners that know me, I'm a former graduate of Columbus Walnut Ridge. My first teaching post was at Walnut Ridge as well. My only teaching post. That's the only spot that I taught at, and I coached there. So how does that? You know what I mean? How has that transition been for you?
I love it.
Okay.
Like I said, I am bleed Eastmoor. My kids are Eastmoor. I would say my family's Eastmoor. So it was real easy. I felt the love as soon as I got the job, because I started off with the coaching job. And then
coaching before teaching?
Coaching before teaching,
nice.
yes.
Okay.
And then I came back and wanted to go into special ed.
Bless your heart.
So some of my old teachers, they stayed there, helped show me the ropes. The transition was easy. And like I said, Eastmoor is family.
Yeah, okay.
Period. So it was easy to keep that tradition going with my sports and keep it going in the classroom. So
I'm going. I hear you continue to say a lot about family. I read a part about you that said, like a sisterhood, the energy that you all try to produce. Do you all as seniors now been in the program, both of you, for 4 years? Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Look, you're answering for him, Coach. Have y'all played for 4 years or not? Y'all all of a sudden got all shy.
I thought the question was about to go on longer.
Well, no, I just was trying to make sure that I understood y'all both have played for 4 years. Do you all feel that sisterhood? Do you feel that energy? Either one
Definitely.
of you?
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, it's basically be forcing us in there. Like, she's somebody in the corner. She's gonna make them all bond together.
Yes, and it's very interactive. Everything.
Very.
And it's all inclusive.
What'd you say? All inclusive, interactive, right? You get a little bit of everything, is what I'm hearing. What is practice like? I'm curious to hear. Share with everybody. What's a day in practice like for Eastmoor Lake? Does it ever get like really competitive and serious, or are you telling me what's practice like?
When we come into practice.
Today, you looked over at her like, you go on this one. Y'all are in a safe space. Coach cannot make you run today. This is a safe space.
Glad to be happy to see you over. Tread lightly.
Coach, we'll have Coach. Do I need to have Coach step out the studio? Y'all are in a safe.
No.
What's practice like?
We all know to come in and stretch and get on the line. We run to practice. We usually go straight into a drill after we run and stuff.
Okay.
There are practices where it's like we can goof around, but to still make sure that you're practicing. And there's also practices where it's like it's quick pace and we need to get stuff done.
Okay.
So it just depends on how the day is and what we need to work on.
Is the music playing?
Rarely.
No, the music don't get to play in practice.
Rarely.
Okay. So even on the have fun days, it don't come out any.
No, on the have fun days, we having fun. We not worried about the music.
Okay, I'm just curious. Some practices have it, some practices don't. Eastmoor has had a lot of history successfully in volleyball. I would say over the last maybe 10 to 12 years. How are you all where you want to be, Coach, or how do you get to that space again? I mean, you talked about being a student there and playing when you were there. I'm sure, was the team successful when you played?
So yes,
look at this smile here.
I never got to get a city championship or go.
Okay,
got put out by Marion Franklin one year.
Okay,
I got put out by West one year.
Okay,
but no, Coach Peck, like I said, she instilled a lot. So. Even though practices were fun, it was business. So no, the question that you originally asked me was, where we want to be? No.
Okay. Where you want to be? Your vision as a coach. You're a leader.
I would love to see Eastmoor get out the first round of playoffs.
Okay.
It's not really volleyball is not huge. As big as I would like to see it in the City League. It's a lot bigger in the OCCs. So we don't really get a lot of the recognition that we should. So I would like to see us get out the first round. But usually we're towards the bottom. No matter how good our season is, we're usually to the bottom. And we have to play like the Hartleys. But we always leave a stain. We leave an imprint on their brain that might not want to pick us next time because we come back with a little more fire.
Well, and I think one of the big differences in a sport like volleyball, which I think, and I share this with people, I think volleyball is an amazingly fun sport to watch. Like, I'm actually surprised it doesn't get more kind of just national recognition, to be honest, right? Just on a very pure level. Because I don't know that there's many sports that have that pace. So there's a lot of pace, there's a lot of energy. I think people can be attracted to a sport where the ball is moving a lot, right? Is what happens in volleyball. But I would also share that you're right, like in communities where kids maybe don't play as much, right? Like you're not introduced to the sport at maybe a young age. It becomes a little bit different. But for you all in our league, do you see yourself on pace to where things want to be at for you?
Yes. So this year I'm losing 4 seniors.
Okay, and these are 2 of them.
2 of them.
Okay, so 2 of the 4. Okay.
Yeah, I would say another one is a setter.
Does their contribution? I mean, are they leaving big shadows?
Yes.
And look, they both said yes too. They know. So do you recognize it? Can you see it in the program that yes, like you leaving is there's somebody that has to step up then?
Definitely.
Somebody definitely has
I feel
to
like
step
her niece
up.
gonna do it, even though she'll what's she libero.
Yeah.
Okay, the ones that get to wear the fancy uniforms.
There are young girls on the team who can. They just have to.
Give them advice. Give them advice. Tell them what they need. No, I'm being serious. Like lock in. What do the younger Eastmoor volleyball players need to do to get to sitting where you 2 young ladies are and being such integral parts of the team?
I feel like they should just have confidence in themselves and like just believe that they can do it. Cause like last year I was like sort of in that position. Like I felt like, dang, like my libero leaving, my setter leaving, like some crucial players to the team. Yeah. And then the next year after that, I'm like, oh, okay, we got this. Like, okay. And so I had to, be sort of like a leader of the team. And
I'm going to ask you a real question, though, right? Mm-hmm. And all the questions been real, but I really do want to hear your thoughts on this because I hear this comment shared often where people will say, like, the advice you said, be confident in yourself. How does a kid do that then? Like, how do you become confident in yourself if you're uneasy and you're unsure of yourself? Like, what would you say to a peer or someone else who's, a 9th grader trying to figure out how do I become confident in myself?
Set a goal for yourself, consistently hit that goal. It's going to start building your self-esteem up. Then you can start targeting different skills and your skill level is going to build. Your IQ is going to build and you're going to start trusting yourself, like, oh, okay.
You got your phone out or something. You didn't script the answer over there. Start setting goals for yourself. Continue to work on those. I'm like pretending I'm writing over here. That was a really good answer. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, because I hear adults say all the time, be confident. And I don't know that most kids even know where to begin. And it's such an easy comment to throw out there, right? Like, just be confident, as if there's just some magic dust you can sprinkle on yourself. But it comes with the work, right? I mean, is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah, it comes with the work. And then obviously, if you set those goals and continue to do it over and over again, at some point you start to believe in yourself. Is that a fair way of looking at it?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you got 4 seniors leaving. I'm coming back to you, Coach. I didn't forget that piece. 4 seniors leaving. How do you then go into continuing to build upon the success that you want? The expectations that you have. What do you do? So what's kind of a next?
So we have, at the beginning of the season, I make the older girl, or the younger girls pick an older. So
like a mentor.
So they always have somebody who's a grade or at least a grade above them. So they have sisters that they have through the season that confide in them. Hey, whether it's about relationship stuff, whether it's about just high school stuff, whether it's about the game, whether there's, hey, I need help with my home, because they're also scholar athletes.
Right.
So
I read that. You know, you got an honor roll student sitting here with us right today. Okay, so go ahead. I'm sorry.
So that is the biggest piece and the easiest piece for them to transition. Because like I said, I don't allow our kids to just sit by themselves. Like you have to open up. You got to talk.
Come and be a part of the team.
Absolutely. I would say, so that's how I get a lot of the girls. I'm like, hey, you don't have to have any experience. If you just need the family vibe, start there and we'll continue to build from there. And that really starts a lot of the confidence for me.
Okay.
Because I've had girls that are like, you want me to play because I'm 5'10", but I've never hit a volleyball. I do cheerleading. I'm like, just come out and enjoy the family. And next thing they know, they never want to leave. I got girls who play, because I've been coaching since 2010. Started JV. So I have
you
girls.
You done found the fountain of youth. You've been coaching for 13, 14 years?
Yes.
Don't even look that old.
Thank you.
My goodness.
Well, they keep me going.
Clearly.
They keep me going. So I have players who come back. I'm sure that if they don't go too far off to college, they'll come back and work out with me and the girls and just continue to keep spreading that wisdom.
Yeah. So what do you all think is going to be like when you look at the teams that are coming, the JV team, the younger players, what's the future of Eastmoor volleyball?
If they work hard, they're going to see the results they want.
What does work hard mean? In your opinion, as a senior who's been playing, tell me, define working hard.
Committing to the sport, going to the practice, going to the extra help sessions,
There's extra volleyball help sessions?
Yes.
What does that look like? I never even heard of that. What's volleyball help?
7
you scratching
9
you scratching your head. What does that mean? What is
how like
volleyball help sessions?
basketballs have like trainers? Basketball players have trainers.
Okay.
That's what it is. But
coming in and getting some extra work.
Sometimes for a specific skill set, it could be a group of people. It can be individual.
What time are these taking place?
They're conducted off of people's schedules when people can fit in.
Okay.
Some 7 a.m.
Get the work in.
Yes.
Early in the morning, out on the track.
That's how. I mean, I know you, all the young people, parents, everybody that's listening that loves our show. You're hearing a common theme that like the work happens. You got to get up. You got to get it in. You have to do these things if you want to be successful. So now I'm going to transition just a little because we snuck in there a comment about you all being honor students. I want to hear kind of what's the recipe for you all? How have you been able to balance and shuffle being student athletes at the same time? You know, you're making sure you get it done in the classroom because being a student athlete is very demanding. So we'll start here. Share, how is it you've been able to balance that over your years and making sure you still maintain your grades?
It's just all about time management. Like, I just feel like you should just know stuff. Like,
you have a gift. No, I'm being serious when you say that. You have a gift because time management, I know a whole bunch. I'm moving in close to the microphone. I know a whole bunch of adults that struggle with time management, right? Professionals. So when you say it, you said it so simple, like you should just know. But what is it that's helping you understand, like this piece of time management that you just spoke to so easily? Like, well, just time management. What is it for you? What do you think it is?
I just feel like you just gotta like balance your time like wisely, like. You know, like you do this at a certain time, and then when you're done with that, it'll be time to do something else. Like I just try to,
Okay, who do you think instilled that in you?
Myself.
Really?
Yes, because when I was younger, I was like doing a lot of stuff. So I'm like, I need to do something, and like figure out how to balance that time. So I like downloaded the app. Downloaded the app to do that, and then
a time management app.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow!
And then
like no one recommended that to you. You just decided I'm gonna download a time management app.
Yes.
Okay.
I just, and then I seen the word on the thing, so I'm like, let me look in there to see what the actual word means. It meant the same thing that and
okay.
And I'm like, and so I just started practicing it more and like doing it often, and then it just stuck with me. So
nice, wow, okay. So what about you, Miss Campbell? I mean, how have you been balancing all of this?
Always been a student first. My mom.
What does that mean? I want to hear mom, but I want to hear what does being a student first mean. What does that mean?
School over sports.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Yes. My mom was real big on academics. My mom was a scholar student herself. Very
What's your mom's name?
intelligent.
Give her some love.
Jessica. Hey,
Come on,
shout out to my
Jessica.
mama.
Yes, indeed. Well, no, we give shout outs on this show. I know sometimes they say you can't get. Hey, look, I set that rule a long time ago. We give shout outs. Jessica gets love on our show. So mom was a scholar athlete. Or was a scholar student?
Scholar athlete as well.
Scholar
but a
athlete as well.
student.
Okay. Is your family from Columbus?
Yes, she is. Yes.
Okay. All right. So go ahead. I'm listening. So mom set the standard early.
Yes. And it was kind of just something that I just took and ran with. Like, I know what I can achieve, and I know I'm not going to fall short on that, because then I'm going to be disappointed myself, because I know what I can do.
So a combination of mom's expectations have now turned into your own expectations. Wow, Jessica, you get double love out here today. Because that I'll be honest with you, as a parent, that is everything that all parents are trying to achieve. We are trying to get to a space where our expectations also then become our children's own expectations, right? So Jessica, whatever magic sauce you have out there, spread it around to other parents in the world, because we're all looking for that, right? No, I'm being serious. I mean, I know you all probably can't resonate with that, as I say, as a person who's sitting here as a parent. You would love to hear your child say someplace that the expectations that my parents had have become my own, right? And so it's important. I mean, I think it's big that she was able to instill that value in you, and you believe it, right? So now you sit here and you like actually are brainwashed. That's what we want, right? Like as two parents, right? Like we want the brainwash to happen. We want you to believe in yourself that you can actually do it. So now you had an opportunity, and we're switching gears just a little bit, right? We're going to switch a little bit from volleyball, but within the last month or so, Columbus City Schools was able to bring Malcolm Jenkins to Eastmoor Academy. He has written his memoirs, and he was wanting to come into Central Ohio. I think he was here for his own induction into Ohio State's Athletic Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. And you got to be a part of the guest host, the student host that was there, a part of that program. So share a little bit of what that was like for you and that experience just on the other side. Like today you're kind of being interviewed, but at that moment you were the one kind of doing the interview. Yeah.
Okay. When he had came, I basically was told I was doing an introduction for him. It was my first time speaking in front of a crowd of people on the stage like that. I had nervousness, obviously, because it was the first time. It was easier when we got on the stage. Everything just flowed. Asking the questions, they were pretty easy. He gave me nice, fluid answers. Yeah. And the vibe was just good on the stage. Okay. So it just helped me get through that easily.
Yeah, I mean, because you've carried it. You carried it well that day. I mean, I thought you'd done a phenomenal job.
Thank you.
You know, as we start to wrap down here, and I shared with you that the time goes fast, right? And that we would have a lot of fun. I'm going to start with both of you all, you seniors here. I want to just let you share anything you maybe want to share that we didn't talk about, but I also want you to share like what just any level of advice you would give, not just to Eastmoor students, but any student who's trying to figure out their way, because there's a lot of kids, right? Not just in Columbus City, just all over. And they're like ninth graders. They're all just kind of walking around. I was talking to a student yesterday at a school, and he was asking, this was after school. I'm not going to call the student out, but he was asking about, when did basketball tryouts begin? So this is the season for winter sports about to begin, ninth grader. And he was unsure if he wanted to even try out, right? So like, here he is nervous. And I'm like, hey, just go try out, right? Like, you just got to show up in the gym and see what happens. You know what I mean? And so go from there. But I'll let you all as seniors, honor students, poised young ladies, leaders, captains, all these wonderful things, share your parting wisdom with young people who listen to our show. And then Coach will come to you as the vet and guru, who I'm shocked that you said you've been doing this for 15 years. Because honestly, I thought you was like 23 or 24 years old. You know what I mean? I know I'm being serious. I know I've seen you for a lot, but I've never really made notation of the year. So I didn't really think that, you've been doing this that long. So good for you. But we'll start over here. Go ahead. Share what you want to share.
Oh,
I thought you said I was.
well, shoot.
Are you going first?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jhadaya.
You don't know what you're good at until you give it a go. And I believe that everybody has maybe a hidden talent. And once you find that talent, then just keep going for that. Keep going, pushing.
I love that one. You never know until you get out there and try it. I love it. Okay.
I'm going to piggyback off her. Take a step out your comfort zone. Try something new. And put you first. If you feel like you can manage it and it's something that you want to try, do it.
I like that. Okay.
It was hard going after y'all too.
Yeah. Go ahead, Coach. What you got? Talk to us about anything you want to share. Eastmoor Volleyball, the vision, the future, advice. You throw it out there.
I like I said, they hit that part. Just try it. Like what Jhadaya said, when you find something, a hidden talent, you find something that you're passionate about, do it. Find your passion. Actually go for it. Don't let anybody knock you down about it. Your own success with your passion is your own success with your passion. I feel like a lot of people look at everybody else's success, how far they've gotten it, how quick they got it. Just worry about you. That's the easiest. Another thing.
That one almost brought tears to my eyes. I'm being serious. That's a good one because I see so many young people get off of their path because they're worried about what everybody else is doing. They comparing how good am I because of what this person is doing or how good am I because of what that person is doing. And parents, you don't make it easy. Let me share that with you. For all our parents that listen to this show, your child's success cannot be, what you believe is the capability. Support them and let them develop and grow without your added pressures or sometimes delusional expectations, parents. Some of you got some delusional expectations. Allow your child to enjoy the process that they're in the sport. I'm sorry, Coach. No, that one was important. I appreciated hearing that one. I needed to hear that one myself.
So like I said, that's a big piece for me. And you see somebody by themselves, go be a friend. Like I said, that's another thing. We had a mental health awareness game this year. Everybody does breast cancer for volleyball and football. I decided to go out of everybody's comfort zone and do a mental awareness game. I want to touch on mental health awareness. They don't always have the perfect signs for it, but when you just see somebody out of their normal comfort, go be a helping hand. Go give them a hug. Just say, hey, I see you today. A smile. I'm always smiling. I'm always happy. Right. My girls keep me motivated to do that. Because they come to me with a lot of questions, advice. They give me a lot of advice. Yeah.
Nice. Wow. So we got Eastmoor's own former graduate. I ain't gonna ask you.
Yes, you are gonna ask. 2008.
Okay, we got 2008 graduates. So,
yes.
so roughly 15 years ago, we got two young ladies here who are about to graduate here, class of 24, honor students. You all have been a great representation of not only Eastmoor, Columbus City Schools, and all of the special things that we're trying to do. It's been smiles in the studio from the time we said go today. I got to do our outro to get us out of here, but this has been a fun show. I know I will see you two young ladies again someplace along this journey during this school year, but I'm happy to see, your success, get to know you a little bit more here today. And happy to see what you all are going to be doing here in the future. So keep making the school proud, your families proud, yourselves proud, right? And we'll rock and roll. So I got to read some stuff here to get us out of here. And I say this all the time. Somebody says, why don't I have this memorized? It's the same thing every time. I don't have it memorized, right? But that's all we got today. Special respect to you all as our guests. Catch all future episodes on radio, WCBE 90.5 FM. Also, catch us on Spotify, Apple, or the platform you prefer to listen to your favorite podcast. And all of you IG people out there, follow us on Instagram at City League Sports 614. I'm your host, Dr. Vince Clarino. This is City League Sports.
Peace.